90 people have lost money in the stock market. 90 people out of 100 have lost money in the stock market. The rest 10 would have made money. Because wherever there is a liability, I'll not encourage them to invest. First, I'll ask them to clear their liability and come back. He wants to invest 1 lakh today, it should be 2 lakhs next year. The third year, it should be 3 or 4 lakhs, then 8 lakhs.
Okay.
How can you expect that to happen?
Hello all, welcome to the newest edition of KM Talks. Today with us we have one wonderful personality who talks about wealth management, wealth creation, wealth multiplication. He is one of a famous personality here back in Mysore, the city where I belong from, and he is a wonderful guy, a very, very humble person, down to earth, and just people just love him. You know, he's like that sweet boy, like where all people like to talk to him and take his advices. So today I am going to introduce before you all Mr. DN Prasad, a wonderful entrepreneur who was by birth an entrepreneur. Starting from the age of 14, he started assisting his elder brother in pharmaceutical business, and by 18 he started his own pharmaceutical distribution network. Wow. When he was 18, just imagine, when he was 18, he has faced a lot of challenges, and he takes these challenges as thrills in his life, and he went on to become agent for LIC of India in 1990. Wonderful. So he began to advise his clients on mutual funds as well, and he is the top advisor in Mysore, right? This place, he is the top advisor in Mysore in the terms of the number of clients he handles and the quantum of funds. You understand, right? The quantum of funds. So next, he's always innovative, and he always pushes for being innovative, wherein we need to generate a lot of sources of income, because the future is always uncertain, and this pandemic has always proved it to us. So he always thinks about how to generate multiple sources of income, and he helps you achieve your goals. So he has many corporates, chartered accountants, doctors, big entrepreneurs, high profile people under his what they say client network. He is highly calculative. Basically, when you're into investment and mutual fund distribution, he's a very calculative investment advisor, and he has answers for almost everything for a layman, actually. So he is always into new arenas of business. I think he's into food industry as well, doing very great. And he was also recognized on the platform of CNBC as the best individual financial advisor tier 2 South India for the year 2014 and 15. Here I present before you Mr. DN Prasad, right in front of the screen. Hello DN Prasad sir, how are you?
Hello, absolutely fine. How are you, Mr. Kunal?
I am doing great, sir. I'm really happy to have you here on KM Talks. For the viewers out there, if you haven't liked this channel, this is the right time to like the page. And also, if you're on YouTube, right time to subscribe. And I will be putting all the details of DN Prasad, sir, below the link. So you can go to his website and check. And you will check it only after he gives words of wisdom over here. Then when you check, you can relate to it actually. And it will do sense for you. It will really do a lot of sense for you. So DN Prasad sir, as you're fondly called DNP, friendly person.
Yeah.
So you are an investment advisor and mutual funds in the distributor. Today when we talk, there are some people who ignore the power of investments. What do you think those are the factors which influence them to do that?
Yeah, definitely. There are some factors where people don't invest, or whether, to be very precise, people ignore the investments. One is the greed. One is they expect the lifestyle to be higher than their income. So that is the reason they go out of the way and they borrow money instead of investment. They borrow money and spend. It should be the other way. You have to earn and spend. So nowadays things are very simple. You get any white goods at a click of a button. So it will be delivered to your house, including the EMIs. So it should be the other way. If we have to earn money, invest, and from the savings, what you earn, the returns, you have to spend. So that is most important. And people hesitate to invest in stock market or mutual fund or any risky products because somebody would have lost. Somebody would have lost in a stock market or mutual fund. And taking the example, they don't invest. But actually, to be very precise, there are so many things which we need to understand in the stock market. For example, if 90 people have lost money in the stock market. 90 people out of 100 have lost money in the stock market. The rest 10 would have made money. Like 90 debit, 10 is credit.
Okay.
So somebody is losing money, somebody is making profit. So we have to be in the 10 people group rather than 90. So once you invest in the right way, with the right product, with the right stocks, with the right mind, so definitely things will be better. So people chase return. Normally people chase return. I have so many examples when I meet new clients. One of the client when I met a few years ago, he was looking this doubling, the doubling thing,
Okay.
he wants the return on mutual funds every year to be doubled. Every year, I mean to say.
100%
So
returns.
if he wants, he wants to invest 1 lakh today, it should be 2 lakhs next year.
Okay.
The third year, it should be 3 or 4 lakhs,
Oh.
then 8 lakhs.
Okay.
How can you expect that to happen? So, in fact, I don't entertain all those people right from the beginning itself. I'll just refuse them because their expectations are high.
Yeah.
So, keeping your expectation in the limit, say, for example, a thumb rule, what I suggest to my client is expectation should be 3 times of the fixed deposit in the stock market if you're looking for a long time. So, if the fixed deposit 7%, don't expect anything beyond 20%. If the fixed deposit is 10%, don't expect anything beyond 30%. So if you have your thumb rule principle intact in your mind, in your heart, so nothing will be lost. So people chase money because of high returns.
Wow. That gives a very big view about how we should deal with investments. When you spoke about right timing, right investment, right advisor, right instrument. So when we are to find out so many rights, the patience also becomes a key. And I see people are wanting instant returns. They
Yes.
you might have almost found many of them, like as you actually told right now. What general assumptions do they have about investment? Because as you told, it is not a genie, like you rub the lamp and money suddenly comes out. So investment is a general business. So when you cannot take out twice the amount of your investment in your general business, how do you expect other companies to make? So what do you say about it, sir?
To be very clear on that, Mysore has a mixture of everything. To be very precise, most of the Mysoreans are very conservative. They're very happy with 6 to 7% in the bank or post office, or they're very comfortable with that. One group. The second group is who are into business. So they say 20% I earn on my business. Why should I invest? So these are all the things which we face, and for the person who is looking for fixed deposit and post office, a portion of the investment have to be in mutual funds, maybe for the higher returns over a period of time. I can take one example. Can I?
Yeah, surely.
Okay. In 1994, 2004, one of my client who was, client earlier also, who got retired, and he gave entire 60 lakh rupees to me. To me in the sense in mutual fund. So
Okay.
whatever the money he got on retirement, that money was invested in mutual fund. And he was very clear. I asked him, do you require regular income? He said, no, this is not my retirement, it's a semi-retirement. So even after retirement as a consultant, I keep working for my company. So I keep 50,000 rupees, getting 50,000 rupees on a monthly basis, which is enough for me. So I have, since the time horizon was huge, 10 to 15 years, so I went and invested in the aggressive funds. So which is now, after 15 years, he came back to me saying that I want to permanently retire, completely retire. So he needs about 50,000 rupees every month. So the 60 lakh rupees, what he had invested in 2004, has grown up to 3 crores. Now he can pull out 1% of that investment, which is 3 lakh rupees.
Oh
But still he
my.
wanted only 50,000 rupees. So he wants to continue with 50,000 rupees, which every month we'll call it as a systematic withdrawal plan, and give
Okay.
back 15,000 rupees to him. This will continue until the fund remains. Then it goes to their family, maybe for his wife or for his children. They can do whatever they want. So this is the way which we can plan for investors. Themselves can do it. Don't have to look for any website or ask for any advisors. Use a common sense. Boss, we are Indians. We have been taught by elders to save money and to keep it in the right way and keep earning on a regular basis, passive income. So if you do the same thing, definitely people will appreciate on your investments.
So I really understand the power of compounding and the power of patience. So he waited for 16 years, your
Yes,
client, and so there it is. So everything is in front of you. You're just afraid to do it, as you told me. Everybody
yes,
is just
yes.
afraid. Don't be scared. There is nothing so harmful because, and as you rightly told, there are people coming up with videos, blogs, and all. They do that only to encourage their subscribers and viewers and to make affiliate marketing money,
Absolutely, absolutely,
affiliate marketing
absolutely.
money. So you always have to go to the best person. See, nothing in world which is world class is cheap. So there is always a cost involved, and you have to be ready to make that investment as well. So
Absolutely.
so going by
Will
this,
anyone go? Will
yeah.
anyone go to a doctor who is a ENT specialist to check their heart? No, definitely not.
No.
So they have to go to a cardiologist.
Yes.
So why these people? I don't know. There is no personal touch at all on the website. I'm not against on all these. Social marketing, but you will not have the personal touch.
Yeah.
In case of my clients, I try to grab their information, whatever they are supposed to give it to me.
Yes.
I'll grab them. So many will not share. If I ask them what is your liability, many will not tell what you want to do with the liabilities. Because wherever there is a liability, I'll not encourage them to invest. First, I'll ask
Wow.
them to clear their liability and come back to me.
Wow. Wow.
So these are all the reasons I ask for them. But still, people want to invest and they come out with a lot of schemes, which is not quite impossible. And as you know, the stock market never makes money for a speculator.
Yeah.
So speculator only makes money probably in other places, but not in stock market.
Wonderful. So just some wild calculations. He spoke about one client with 60 lakh rupees of portfolio. He has 3,000 clients. Just imagine the quantum of wealth creation he's doing. And yes, he's also
No,
earning.
no, 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 no. I
Okay, you're
have
very humble, sir.
clients
Thank you.
as no. I have a client of minimum 500 rupees every month. He invests minimum 500 rupees. And the maximum investment I get as a SIP systematic investment plan is 15 lakhs a month. So the
Wow.
range is huge, 500 to 15 lakhs.
Wonderful.
So I don't discourage 500 people because they are the maid servants. They are the small earning persons working in a small factory where 10 to 15 people are there. So they earn about 7 to 8,000 rupees. I can't expect them to invest the entire 7 to 8,000 rupees. So I'll ask them to invest only 500 rupees a month. I have a lot of clients with
Super.
500 rupees also.
So when you say about 500 to 15 lakhs, so you have worked with all the stakeholders of the society, all the important
Yeah,
people
yeah,
of the society.
definitely.
So
Absolutely.
this is the power of network and communication skills, I believe. So what is
Yes,
that
yes.
factor which defines your networking skills and communicating skills?
Okay, I'm a straightforward guy. If I don't want any customer, I'll tell them you are not my customer. I'll not be able to fulfill your requirement. Number one. Number two, the simple thing I understand is I feel them. I get involved in their place. If they have some commitment and they have come to me, there should be some solution which I can provide them.
Okay.
One retired DSP had approached me very recently. He had some investment, but he was retired, and whatever the money he got had invested into the bank. That's a different story. When he approached me, he was very clear. He wanted to save tax on the fixed deposit because his tax liability was high, uh, keeping all the money in the bank deposit. Then I asked him what is his wife doing. His wife was already an employee and she is a payer. So then I asked about his kids. He had one son and one daughter. So it was simple. It's a simple calculation. I mean, simple idea which can be provided. I asked him to shift some money to his children and be the second holder. Why is the second holder? To safeguard the money. That's it, nothing else. Because nowadays, kids will take the money and run away. So and he should not blame me what you have done. My kid have run out with money. So that is the reason I asked him to keep some fixed deposits. Say out of 1 crore, whatever you have fixed deposit, keep 50 lakhs in your name, 25 lakhs in your son's name, and 25 lakhs in your daughter's name, and be the second holder, by which you can save tax and hold the grip of your money also. So like this, if we can really understand the client and communicate them in the right way, I use the paper and pen every time.
Okay.
Every time with the client, I use the paper and pen so that it get registered.
Yes.
I met one of the doctors 3-4 months ago, and he was very specific. Why you are writing on the paper? I said, this paper will be given to you before leaving.
Oh, okay.
He really appreciated, and he started his practice also. Whenever he sits with the patients, he started writing and doing all the whatever the explanation he used to do, he writes on the paper, this is what, and gives the paper to the
Wow.
client. So even the client, the patient is also happy to take those papers because it is clearly understood. So like this, if we can communicate in the right way and do the good things, definitely things will be better. And I'll never leave any questions asked on WhatsApp, mail, whatever it is, whatever source, even the call, I'll never miss it. I'll
Wow.
never ignore it. Wherever, and you can check my WhatsApp, it will be always read. The complete read, unread will not be there. So it's very simple that all the communication, whatever I get, will be answered in the right way. If I'm not able to answer, I'll just text them, give me a few minutes, we'll come back to you, and I'll make sure once I go back to the safest place, then I'll reply to their mails. Any communication for that matter is answered by me. Out of the matter, many people come to me, and people in Hyderabad, through a source of my group, so they keep calling me to get the information. One person recently called me up, and he has a lot of liabilities. He can't invest. What is the thing which you can do? As an advisor, I can advise only when you come out with money.
Yeah.
But when it's a friendship and relationship which you want to continue, you have to advise him. So he was asking, no, I have a lot of liabilities. Unfortunately, there are so many things which have to clear it off. The best thing for that person, I can tell him, he has to increase his income. So
Yes.
he has to get his wife also to start doing the same business. Maybe along with that, he has to go with the second source of income. So like this, I advised him, and he made a note of everything. Everything he made a note of it. So, and he had a liability of I think 15 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 12 lakhs, and he's paying every month 42,000 for the next 3 years.
Wow.
Which comes to 15%, boss. 15%. Can you imagine?
Okay.
So that is the thing which they have done, rubbish thing. Then I asked him, you earned in the next 4, 5 months, 6 months, you earned 12 lakh rupees. Maybe in the next 1 year, you clear off that.
Yes.
You can't get rid of it. You have to clear it off. So clear it off and save 42,000 rupees. That is the straight information which I can give you, which I can advise you. You are saving 42,000 rupees, and 15% is too high nowadays.
Too high.
So these are all the communication which we give. We'll try to understand them first and give the solution instantly. Thousands of cases like this.
Wow. No, amazing. The words of wisdom, I believe, is only through the experience you have in your life. And as you told me earlier, and I could
Yes,
read your profile,
absolutely.
you started the business journey when you were 18 years old. Maybe by then the entrepreneur word was not a buzzword. Today it is a buzzword. Everybody speaks about
Absolutely.
entrepreneurship. So, what
Yeah.
will be your
Yeah.
guidance or words of wisdom to this generation entrepreneurs?
Okay. To be very precise, I was a pharmaceutical distributor, as you told, when between 86 to 1990. I left the pharmaceutical distributor for one reason, because I'll be not able to meet anybody outside the pharmaceutical pharma business. It's only the medical representative and the medical store. For me, it's highly impossible. I want to meet one new person every day. So I thought, what is that business I should get in where I meet one person every day? So as a passion, I want to meet one person every day, and I don't want to invest anything and earn some business income. Instead of without investment, how can I earn? So looking at the whole atmosphere and business styles in those days in 1989, only one thing struck me is life insurance, where I can meet one person every day. And I did that. Every day I used to meet more than one person through the sources, through relatives, first circle, second circle, third circle, fourth circle. So I made sure that I meet regularly number of people. Even today, I try to meet one new person every day. So
Wow.
like this, if I can continue with the whole thing, I can do my profession as good as that. Coming back to the entrepreneur, when I started the LIC agency, people thought I'm doing something everyone does. But what if that innovative things which we do? It should be the customer centric. Then I used to give the policies only where there is a requirement of insurance to a person. Now people are talking about term insurance. Now people are talking about insurance as a asset class, but it is not an asset class. It's a risk class which we have to cover it off. So we should never give insurance as a asset class. So those days, because of the high return, I used to give insurance as a asset class, because some of the product in those days used to give 14% also. Like Jeevanshri, 11.5% we used to make. Even today, I'm making a wonderful thing. To be very precise, in 1999, I bought one insurance called as Jeevan Suraksha. So that was the last policy which I bought in my life, where I invest 25,000 a year, 25,000 rupees as a premium. In the next 4 years, that is 25 years later, every month I get 25,000 as pension.
Okay.
Yearly 25,000 investment for 25 years, 25,000 every month after 2025. So you can just calculate the yield on that. It should be more than 12%. So this is the product I used to search for my client and provide them. 25,000 a yearly premium in 1999 was very high. People used to buy only one policy and quite. Today they say, why did you force me to buy more than one policy?
Okay.
So these are all the things which, there are many things. It's not that every time I have one, I have lost many also. I have lost many. 2008 was the pathetic year for me, as far as the stock market is concerned. I lost huge money because I was greed. That is the biggest lesson I have learned in the past maybe 53 years of my life. After that, I became very careful, and never I'll be greedy in my case, nor in my investor's case.
Wow. So the takeaway is, don't be greedy. The second thing is, be customer centric and always have constant innovation in your life. So as an entrepreneur, you can succeed all the way.
You should be the first person to give the product.
Yeah.
Never be the second person to give the product. When you are the first person to give the product, people will be behind you.
See, as you tell, see, if you be the second person, you're actually giving the assurance to your customer to buy it from the first person.
Yes, absolutely. You're right.
Wow. So this is the right time to like and subscribe the channel, because there is some important gyan coming up from our DNP sir. DNP sir's link is also attached below. You can check it after the interview. So DNP sir, in short, 3 important investments every individual should do. Every individual should make 3 investments in this life, and those 3 products, you can tell us, please.
In general, if I'm taking a businessman, definitely there should be a portion of investment in mutual funds and stocks. Of course, absolutely. Gold, yes, and real estate based on his requirement. These are all the 3. Where it comes to the employees, government employees or private employees, PF and EPF, all those things, they have to invest a portion of that. And of course, real estate and other things have to be there. The employees, these 3 things, EPF is a very important thing. Okay. First, they have to complete their PF and EPF, whatever it is. So say around 75% of their investment have to be very safe. Very safe in the sense of bank deposits, EPF, all of those things. So rest of the 25% they can play around in the stock market. And people are talking about, can I take gold here?
Hello? Yes, surely, okay. You can.
People are talking about gold as an investment nowadays, because it has gone up, and there are many articles. People can just browse many articles which says next 1 year, 2021, the gold prices is expected to go up 80,000. So I'm surprised. So I don't know if the economy improves, the gold prices will crash. So people should always buy at the low and sell at the high. But people do reverse. I'll take an example. When people started buying silver at 72,000.
Yes, yes.
If you remember, those days people used to buy silver at 72,000, expecting, because there were a lot of articles, there were a lot of people telling about, no, gold is expected to go, I mean, silver is expected to go 1,15,000, 1,30,000, or 1,50,000. So it was rubbish actually. And if somebody had silver in their house and sold at 72,000, when there was greed in the market, when all the bombard were happening about 1,50,000 silver, if you had sold 72,000 a kilo, then bought at 20,000 a kilo, I mean, 3 kilos you would have got for the same price, you would have got 3 kilos. So even at 20,000, people were telling that, no, it is expected to go to 5,000 per kilo. But ultimately, from 20, it went up to 40. 72, 20, and 40. So if you can understand that 72,000 is the peak and you should not buy it because it is at a premium, definitely you have to sell. And no sentiments, no attachments, nothing. If you are making profit, just throw whatever you have. And at 20,000, you should not be fear. Greed and fear is the one thing which one should understand. If you are buying at a fear, whether it is in stock market, real estate, gold, whatever it is, whatever you're buying at a fear will be at a discounted price. So definitely once it is normal, then everything will be fine. So now gold, please stay away. There will be some time when people can buy at 30,000 per 10 grams. So you can straight away buy 30,000 at 10 grams.
For the viewers who don't know, I am into jewelry business only. So thank you so much for that advice. DNP sir, you're talking about investments, about money and investing money in life. What about the right investment of person's time? How can a person utilize his time to become successful? What will be your gyan about it?
Most of my clients, when I sit with them, they say, I don't have time. Then I'll get into their personal things. I'll ask him at what time you get up. Normally they say 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever it is. Let me take it at 6 o'clock. So from 6 o'clock up to the office hours, what you're going to do? No, I'll get ready, everything that this. And so he'll go to the office, come back at 5 o'clock, have coffee, tea, spend with family and have dinner and go to bed by 10 o'clock. So a person who can get up at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, he'll have 1 or 2 hours every day, which he can utilize in a better way. I have many housewives. They come back to me saying that I can do that, I can do this, but I don't have the time. So when I ask them at what time you get up, they say again 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So and Saturday, Sundays, all spent the useless things. So if people can utilize 1 or 2 hours a day. In fact, I'm regularly in touch with the business class also. I'm asking them to prepone their opening of shops. Say, for example, Ashoka Road. We'll take an example of our Mysore's Ashoka Road, which starts only after 11 o'clock. How about when they start at 9 o'clock? Today, everyone starts at 9 o'clock and customers, immediately you can't expect the customers to come. Maybe over a period of time, this 9 o'clock will be a useful things. I remember my dad used to go to shop at 5:30 in the morning, to the shop at 5:30 in the morning. So that is the things which we have seen. I think if people can utilize at least 2 hours of their time in a useful way, not watching the TVs and other things, definitely one can really make it. In my case, I used to start my day at 8 o'clock in the morning and go up to 10:30 in the night. So people were asking at 8 o'clock, where you used to go? I say, a lot of government employees and factory people who work after 10 o'clock, they used to be retired people. I used to meet at 8 o'clock in their house. So 8:30, I used to be at their place, and the entire 9 o'clock in the night, I used to be with my clients. So that is the reason I have 3,000 customers and I'm just multiplying. And because of this, I keep getting clients through my existing client, which is a word of mouth. And I keep getting referrals to Bigway. I do only referral target. That's it. I just tell them and finish it off. I'll not even ask you, why don't you introduce X? Why don't you connect me to B? No, they do my job.
Service always
They
matters.
voluntarily connect me. They send the message. Yeah, they voluntarily send messages. Please meet XYZ.
Wow. So yes, see, when you invest wealth, you expect to increase your wealth, and you invest your time in a more efficient manner. Maybe you invest that one extra 2 hours. That also increases your chances of increasing your wealth. So that was a very very nice takeaway, DNP sir. Very nice
And
takeaway.
that 2 hours have to be that 2 hours have to be in your passion.
Passion. Yes, yes.
Do you like to sit in your jewelry shop?
This is online, sir. I'll get
If
back
you are
to
not
you.
interested in sitting, if we are not interested in sitting your shop as a passion, look for something which you are doing right now
Yes, yes.
and start using it.
Surely we will
There are
get
so
back
many
to.
people. There are so many people who comes back to me saying that no, I'm not interested in this job. Why don't you quit?
Yes.
It's simple as that. So if you quit, so you'll be committed for the next 6 months what you are going to do. So
Yes.
search for one thing which a passion for you and which gives a return to you. So if that people can do, I mean, going out of the way and looking for something, definitely things will be better.
Yeah, you have to take calculated risks for a better future. So coming down to the
Six
conclusive.
months, boss.
6 months, enough.
6 months you have to take risk.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely you'll identify something.
For so much of Gyan, like, please go and visit his website. He will have more Gyan over there. This is just 25-30 minute interview. But yes, he has got a lot of experience with him. And I would always recommend you take investment advices. And he's a great person. And next, coming down to the conclusive part of the day, sir, life, just life from your perspective. If you want to talk something like just life.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. There was one event where I was asked, I mean, something they asked it, and I said, I don't want to die
Wow.
because I want to enjoy my life. I'm very happy with this. Of course, this is my passion of talking to people and advising them in the right way. Of course, money matters, everything. Both if money matters for them, also money matters for me also. But still, we are intact and things are better, and I'm enjoying it. Have a wonderful family, have a wonderful business, have a wonderful client, wonderful atmosphere, wonderful people in Mysore. That is the reason I don't want to go out of Mysore also. Even though I have a lot of opportunities to go out of Mysore, I'm still in Mysore. And now things are across your fingers, mobiles, so you can get connected with anyone.
Yes. Wonderful. So this was awesome interview about investments in time, investments in money, and money is an important factor in life. And that is what I would repeat again: do not take risks with money and investments because life is too short to play with, say, foolish. This thing advisors or something. You always go to a pro, spend money on that. See, if you're not spending money at the right places, then it is useless. I would say you will end up with zero. So at least spend more money and try to earn more money. So always go behind world class. And thank you so much for joining us for KM Talks today. We will be attaching everything below. You have to like, subscribe, and comment. And DNP sir, this will be your call wherein you ask our subscribers to like and comment. So final, and then we'll say goodbye.
Definitely. Sure. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All the best.